Hey everybody, Tom Linfesti and Mike Berger at you again for Daily Counsel. Again, we'll try to bring these to you on an ongoing basis, especially during this COVID-19, overall business environment crisis, as well as, individual health, safety, other aspects that we can kind of try to bring resource, comfort, answers to. Mike, one of the things that I know that you and the team have been really trying to deal with a lot during this is working with potential sellers of businesses. This may be those that were anticipating looking at selling their business before or during this right now, are actually have been in negotiations in the contract status of trying to sell the business. What's some advice or kind of the key points that you could advise any of the business owners that are out there looking to sell or in the middle of selling their business during this COVID-19 crisis?
Yeah, thanks, Tom. And thank you all for tuning in again. So I'm not sure how many folks follow out there know that our corporate practice at NC Planning, we have sort of a sub or a niche practice in merger and acquisition work. So we do a number of acquisition deals every year, whether they are seller side representation or buyer side representation. And I would say to further sort of sub-compartmentalize, we work with a lot of professional practice owners. So if you're a dentist, if you're a doctor, if you're an engineer or an attorney or something of that sort, we assist a number of professionals every year in transitioning their practice, again, whether on that buyer side or on that seller side. On the seller side, what I would tell folks is that I think we're going to see the market come back with those, but be advised and be aware that we are hearing adjustments in the financing world, right? So a lot of a driving factor that comes into a professional practice sale or a business sale is how are these folks, the buyers, going to fund the acquisition? Where's the money going to come from? And there are a number of wonderful products out there that are available to buyers through commercial lenders. We've got a lot of good friends in that space, and we hear updates on interest rates and terms, additional working capital availability. There's always new promotions being run. But what we're seeing right now, like the rest of the economy, I think is a little bit of a slowdown, a little bit of a pullback during this COVID-19 crisis. And I think what lenders are going to be looking for is to see how practices come out of this, how businesses come out of this, and what their performance looks like in the 60 to 90 days post-COVID reopening, if that's a term. Maybe I just came up with that right here. Trademark, copyright, that's mine. Post-COVID reopening. Once that happens, I think you're going to want to demonstrate as a business owner your metrics, your financials to be as successful as possible. So I would encourage anybody thinking about selling their business to prepare with their team, your financial team, your CPA, your bookkeeper, your advisory team, your legal team, on what can we do right now to tee up and prepare for success in the event we're going to sell our practice or sell our business in 90 days or 120 days. What can we be doing right now to make sure those things are going to be in order to meet the requirements of the lenders who are funding the buyers or of the private equity groups who are funding the buyers on these transitions down the line.
I think that's great advice, Mike. I heard in one of the client conversations we were having, somebody who said, look, our business was essentially recession-proof, but it is not disaster-proof, right? And yeah. I think a big thing too for, business owners, sellers, buyers, anybody looking in the marketplace or in the midst of it right now is if it's affecting you, it's probably affecting all of your other peer companies, your competitors in that profession or in that industry. And so hopefully the buyers understand that, right? That it's this disaster kind of time period. But as you pointed out, it might be get us back to normalized, operations, and then sales can close, funding can happen, those different things. So great advice, Mike. I appreciate it as always. Everybody else, we'll catch you tomorrow for the next Daily Counsel.
Thanks.